So thank you for joining. And if you are a Spanish speaker, we have the interpretation option available for you. And with that, we're gonna hand it over to you, Bo. Thank you for being on the call.
I wouldn't miss being here for anything in the world. I appreciate it. And I have to say, every time I see that picture, I feel so old. So, but thank you. You're very, very kind. I appreciate it, buddy. I've got to tell you, this is going to be a fun night. And I'm gonna ask y'all, I want you to take notes tonight. I want you to pay close attention to what we're gonna do. We're gonna unleash something upon you that will allow you to go build a business faster. Well, remember, one of the secrets to this is compressing time. You want to compress time as much as you can because you want to accomplish as much as you can in a shorter period of time so you can live the life that you're setting your sails to go live. And in the course of doing that, one of the things that I learned 35 years ago, if I'll date myself here, I've learned 35 years ago that there were some vital things, and one of them was reading. One of them was the power in the written word that would inspire people to make changes in their life, to produce results for their life, to impact people in their life. And so I did not take that seriously in the beginning. I have to say this. I heard it, but I didn't take it as serious as I should have, and which was shame on me. But when I understood and I started to make that connection to the importance of reading and the difference it could make in my life, that's when my business changed. My business blossomed after that, just absolutely blossomed because I did. This is about making, remember, when you go diamond, it's not a different you, it's just a more polished version of you. And the other thing I learned 35 years ago is that people learn in different ways. Some people learn by teaching and some people learn by stories. That's why we want you to explain things to people. This is how the plan works, or this is how you make $1,000 a month. But let me tell you my story. And so there's this combination, this balance that you're trying to create because you don't know what's going to impact people. You don't know what it is that's going to light their fire where they go, hey, that's what I needed to hear. Okay, so we're going to we have the great opportunity tonight to kind of bring all of that together and to make an announcement to you that I'm excited about. And I know you'll be excited about it. Many of you will be excited about what I'm getting ready to say because you are going to learn from teaching and you're going to learn from a story. So that'll take root in you. And others of you and you'll also learn how to apply that as a cultivator for your business and how to utilize this for your business. That being said, tonight that we are going to introduce a new book to you. The great thing about this new book is it's teaching and story. It's a blending of these two powerful elements that help people grow. It's teaching and story. You may have heard me say on a call recently, I talked about Be Fit, and I said, hey, listen, I want to be fit and be unstoppable. And the reason I was planting that unstoppable phraseology is because we are going to introduce a new book tonight called Unstoppable. Unstoppable. What a powerful message. Let me just say this to you about reading, just so you understand this. George R.R. Martin said, a reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The man who never reads lives only one. Jim Rohn, who we've all read, says reading is essential for those who seek to rise above the ordinary. And I think I would be remiss if I didn't quote the famous Dr. Seuss, who said, the more that you read, the more things you will know, the more that you learn, the more places you'll go. And we're going to talk about a book tonight called Unstoppable. Now, the neat thing about talking about a book called Unstoppable, the neat thing about I think the exciting part about this book is that it is a wealth of teaching and a wealth of story combined together to help you blow your business up. One of the reasons it is, beyond those that I've just said, is you know the author. You know the author. You hear from the author all the time. She's been on calls with you. She has counseled many of you one-on-one. She's on every morning call that I'm on, and her name is Angie Thompson. And Angie has a new book that we're launching tonight called Unstoppable. And I'm going to tell you something, y'all. It is power. It is power. It gives you the ability, and I'll talk after we show you some information in this book. But what it does is I'm going to show you how to learn from the book, but also learn how to use the book to build your business. And so I'm going to say in advance, congratulations to Angie Thompson, because I know this feeling of launching a book. I have utilized books to help grow businesses in this space and I've been able to trigger explosive growth real fast, and we'll teach you how to do that with this book tonight. There's no better title on the planet than this. And I've got the great honor. I'm going to play a video excerpt for you of some folks that wanted to weigh in and kind of share their thoughts about the release of this book. But I also wanted just to share with you in advance. After we do that, I get the great honor of interviewing Angie Thompson and sharing some information from the book. So let's go ahead and play this video, Shannon, and then I'll jump back in.
Hey Mom, it's your favorite dog and daughter, Bronco and Brielle, and we just wanted to make this video to say happy book launch. We're so proud of you, but more importantly, I'm so proud of everything that you've done over the past couple years. It's been incredible. I know I couldn't do it, so props to you for handling everything the way that you do, and yeah, just continuing to be strong through everything that, the world throws at you. I'm so proud to be able to call myself your daughter, and I'm so grateful for everything that you do, even though I don't say it enough. And yeah, I'm so excited for what the Lord has in store for you through the next chapter of, your book launch and business and family and friends and all the things. So yeah, I just want to take this time to recognize everything that you do and continue to do. And we love you so much. We don't say it enough, but we're so grateful, and we love you. Bye. Hi Mom, it's Hartley and I, and we just wanted to tell you how proud of we are and how amazing all of the things that you've accomplished these past few years. And we know that it hasn't been easy, but you've been such a good role model and inspiration to not only us, but so many people. And I know that your book is going to have such a great impact, and everyone's going to receive it so well, and I can't wait to read it, and we love you so much. Love you.
Hey, Tony Jerry here. I'm in my results center. I want to take a quick minute and just congratulate you, Angie, and say a few words to your team so you can share this. I just am so proud of you for taking the time and the effort and the energy and that focus to be able to stay and completely take your vision and putting this book into print. Unstoppable. What a powerful word for a book. What a powerful word for everybody. I couldn't be more proud of you for really being able to deliver this. And I want to encourage others that might have an opportunity to get their hands on this book to read the book and really understand your heart. I mean, how you really, really want others to win. The entire organization is about helping people be their best. When you look at the distinctive stories, each one of them is really inspiring in its own setting. So again, I just want to take a quick moment. Appreciate you. Really wish you the very best to your entire team. And I want you to take this book and take it to the world and impact people's lives. You're the best. Talk soon.
We're back on? Okay, great. Thank you. I'll tell you, I saw some other videos as well that I know will be playing and putting on social media for you so that you can capture some of the other things that are going to happen. Some folks from around the industry weighed in, just complimenting Angie and on her book launch. I'll tell you what's kind of neat though. When your kids say that about you, I mean, let's face it, y'all. I mean, when your own children are the ones to edify you. It's when a stranger edifies you, and Tony Jerry's not a stranger. Angie knows Tony, but when somebody outside of your family says something about you, it's a great message. But when somebody inside your family says it, that says it and says it from the heart, it takes on great meaning. Angie, would you jump on? I want to talk to you about the book because I want to jump right into this. Number one, I want to congratulate you. I do know this feeling. It is that moment where you go, okay, here it is, and you did it. And there's a lot of work that goes into it. I don't think people understand the work that goes into what people end up reading as they turn the pages, because what they don't realize is I learned this in songwriting, and I learned it when I wrote my first book. It's not about writing a book. It's not about writing a song. It's not about writing a speech. It's about rewriting. And you spend countless times rewriting a sentence because you want it to say the right thing for the right people. So number one, let me just say congratulations to you. I know what some of the other videos are, and I just want you to know I can't wait till people see those, but congratulations.
Thank you, as I'm a crying baby over here.
No, I understand. Well, let's do this if you would allow me. I told you a week or so ago that I wanted the opportunity to ask you a few questions because I want it to be more than, hey, here's a book, go get it. I want people to understand what go get it means, what this means to them and for them in their business. And so I just want to ask you, let's pick three questions. Let's just live in the three question lane because I'd like to share these with people because one of my favorite books was Start with Why. Start with why. And it is a great lesson in doing anything in your life, that idea of starting with why. So let me ask you this. When you sat down and said, okay, I'm going to write a book. I've got something I want to say. I've got something I want to share. What inspired you, Angie Thompson, to write Unstoppable?
Well, Bo, I have to say what inspired me. Can you hear me? Is it echoing?
It's echoing. Yeah, it's echoing.
I might log off for a minute and log back in.
Okay, go ahead. Do it. You go ahead. Log off, log back in. Let me say this too then, while Angie's doing that, because it'll only take a second to do it. Take notes over what you're getting ready to hear. It's really important. Just sit down and take notes. I'm going to ask her three questions, and they're three questions that you're going to share. There's answers that you're going to share with other people, because that's going to be what will help give you fuel to share the book properly with other people. So let's try it again, Angie. What inspired you to write the book Unstoppable?
Okay, let's test this out. How does that sound? Is that better?
I think that's better. I think so,
Okay,
yes.
perfect. Awesome. Well, what inspired me genuinely was to let people know you don't have to be perfect and you don't have to be well polished or put together to make a difference in the world. Because I am from Amarillo, Texas, from a small town with small beginnings, and look at me now. I own a company. I'm helping people with transformations. I'm helping change lives. And if I can do it, you can do it. And I just wanted to share from my heart any trials, any tribulations, any blessings and stuff that I went through in life, because we've all gone through it and we've all been there, Bo. So I just want to encourage people to keep on pushing on and keep on going and believe in yourself.
Yeah, thank you for that, because I really, it's interesting about writing books is a lot of people like to write a book to lecture. It's how they lecture, and I don't mean lecture in a bad way. It's just, that professorial kind of mindset where they lecture people. A lot of people want to write a book about someone else because they don't want to shine a spotlight on themselves, because they don't want to talk about the things about themselves that they may not feel good about, or a weakness in themselves. What I think is great about this, and what I appreciate so much about the fact that you took the time to deliver this, is it's not a lecture. There's teaching, powerful teaching, but it's not a lecture. It's not about someone else. It's about, hey, listen, this is my story about me, about all my strengths, my weaknesses, my imperfections, the things I'm good at, the things I'm not so good at. And the message is, and you can too.
Absolutely.
And you can too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you for that. I just I love the intention. I know it was your inspiration, but I love the intention and what it'll do for so many people. Let me ask you this. And let's kind of zone in on direct sales a little bit, because that is the journey for the people, the collective group here. And it was your journey as well. What's interesting, and I know you know this, is you live a life and you're in direct sales, but you live a life and you're in direct sales. Fair enough? Is that a fair way to put it?
That's perfect.
Okay. So, and I think so everybody else that's watching this lives their life and they're in direct sales. So
Right.
you have this instantly in common. Question is this: How has your journey in direct sales shaped your message? We know what the inspiration is, but how's your journey in direct sales shaped the message?
That's a great question. I believe that direct sales has shaped my message in this book and in my life, and how I walk my life, and what I say is what I say and what I do is what I'm going to do. It's helped provide strength. It's helped provide vision. It's helped provide resilience, confidence, belief, and freedom. And the big one that speaks loud to me is freedom, because I'm a single mom. I own a business. I support my kids 100%. I pay for tuition. I pay for college. And if I was not in network marketing and I did what I went to school to do, was be a teacher, there's no way I could do that. And I've also learned that being in direct sales is to surround myself with a team, whether it be my family that is amazing and strong, or whether it be my family in Zalise that is here to support me, cheer me on. And guess what? I have people on my team that are smarter than me, that push me and make me better than what I can be. So I'm just so amazed at what direct sales can do for you as a person, and how it can passionately make you better without even trying, because the people that are in this community want greatness and they want you to be good.
And you know, in that that was the thing for me that was fascinating, because I came from a very competitive industry, very competitive, and I recognize the competitiveness of this. But the team itself that you're associated with, while they all want to, not, my philosophy is not just be on a great team, but be part of the reason the team is great. It is to be a part of the reason the team is great.
Yep.
And you said it so well. I think one of the I think part of that powerful message is, you know, you're with people that want the best for you. Well,
Right.
it doesn't matter if you're the owner of the company. I mean, who cares? They want the best for you in the field, in the company, just like you want the best for them. Is that a fair way to put that?
That's perfect. I couldn't have said it any better.
And when you talk about, I'm curious, when you talk about resilience and that ability to keep going, and I know you know that in your life, but when you get direct sales, you have to live that, right? You
Oh,
have to live that. What's your gut instinct reaction to that when I say that to you?
well, in direct sales, you're going to hear more no's in your life than you've ever heard before. You heard no's when you were a baby growing up, but you're going to hear more no's. But hearing no's is like a success story, because you're so close to the yes that's going to help get you, and you're going to get that team put together. So it's resilient, being resilient when you're told no. Just because they say no, it doesn't mean that they're not going to be in your business. It means no, not today, or they don't understand what you're trying to share with them. So it means a lot of things, Bo. I mean, you could keep on going with that.
No, but that's great. That's the message, though. I really believe that it is. I mean, I think most people, I mean, I don't like rejection. I don't like having my feelings hurt. Um, but I agree with you. It's one of those unique factors in success in this is the most successful people have gotten the most amount of no's.
Absolutely, and keep
And you
on going.
start and keep that, amen. Thank you for that. And keep on going. So I totally agree. All right, let me ask you one more question. And I would keeping with the number three, I had three questions for you. I want to ask you for three examples, three things. As people sit down and open the book and they read it, because what I think is powerful about your book, Angie, what I admire you for understanding and writing is it's not just about the teaching part of what people will get, but it's the story part. Because I said earlier, and I'll say it again, some people react to stories, other people react to teaching. And when you can combine those two elements in a book, you're going to serve the masses of people properly. So if I were to ask you, what are three things that you want people to take away? What are three things you want people to take away from reading your book?
I'll say the first thing that comes to mind is believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, others that you're trying to get in your business are not going to believe in you. But always have confidence, and a good confidence, Bo. But always have the belief in yourself. So get it in your mind, believe in yourself, pour into yourself. And what that means to me is get your books, get your positive good
Amen.
books, get your positive affirmations, and also get your team that surrounds you. You just don't need a team in business. You need a team in life that's going to challenge you to be better in life, challenge you to be a better mom, challenge you to be a better dad. So it's just surrounding yourself and believing in yourself. That is an astounding number one for me.
Okay, when you said okay, so believe in yourself, and you said something I was going to follow up, but you addressed it when you talked about reading books. The because that's what it was for me. I mean, for me it was being around people and reading books, but my business didn't really start to grow 35 years ago until I started reading books. Until I started reading what people had to say that influenced me differently than just what I heard them say. I got to read it. Um, and so I'm assuming, listen, anybody that writes a book has been inspired by reading books. So I know that would be fair for you, correct?
Absolutely. And I grew up in school. You had to read to do your test. You had to read, and I would just get through the book as fast as I could, take the test really quick, and remember it, and then not really understand what I was reading. And then in this industry, I remember we got into a group, an organization, and it was a book of the month, and we read and we
Yep.
read, and I started reading these books, and I was like, wow, these are amazing. And then they helped make me stronger and a better person, not only in network marketing, but as a person in general, and as a mom, and like it just expands and it grows. So books are so powerful. So I believe in
Yeah.
books and I love books.
Okay, I'm going to tag on to that. I'm going to add something to that because I think you made a beautiful point. I said earlier, you have a life and you're in direct sales. The reality is, when you read books because of direct sales, it helps you in your life. It just doesn't help you in your business. It's and in your life. It's going to impact your life, and that's where you grow. You grow
Right.
as a mom. You grow as a parent. I mean, obviously, you grow as a CEO. You grow as a team builder. You grow as all these things. Okay, so number one, belief in yourself. What else would you say?
Well, I also want to let them know this book is not only in English, it's also in Spanish. So we're a global company. So on one side it's English, you flip it around and it's in Spanish. So I wanted
I
to
love
make
it.
sure everyone in our company has this book right away. So there's no waiting for the Spanish version or the English version. We've got it, it's all in one. So I wanted to make it easy. I wanted to make it simple. So we have that. The last thing I would say, take charge of your life with a purpose and with a plan. Write down your purpose, your plan, and figure out what that is for you. And I pray that this book empowers you and helps push you through life in good times and in up times and down times, because we all have them. Life happens. You're going to have highs, you're going to have lows, but just push through with a purpose. And if you have that purpose, you're going to go super far. If you don't have a purpose and you don't have a plan, it's going to be kind of chaos. So a purpose and a plan is huge for me.
Purpose and a plan. You know what's really great about your message here, to me, this is just for me, is I've been around this so long that usually when you have the owner or slash CEO of the company, it's always everything's great, everything's great, everything's great. And the audience knows everything's not great. The audience is hears that and
Right.
they say, okay, it may be everything's great for you, but everything's not great for me. And what I love about your message is you're saying, listen, everything's not great, but
Right.
it's great, right? It's still great. It's still time to find joy. There's joy in everything. And if you'll find joy in the hard times, the joy in the great times have power associated with it.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. So I'm just
All right.
super excited.
So,
I want to get this in everyone's hands. I'm so excited about this.
well, listen, we all agree. We all agree because we know the book. So we agree with the message. We agree with what's coming. Just let me say this as we wrap up this part of the call. Is there anything you want to share? Is there anything else you want people to know? Is there anything else? I know you're hitting the road. You and Luis are hitting the road, and that's one of the things also that sets you apart as an owner of a company in this space. Is most owners slash CEOs, owners that are CEOs, feel like they don't need to be in the field. And what I think everybody respects about your leadership is you live in the field. You understand the value and the importance because you were in the field as a builder. Is there anything you want to share with people before I share some ideas on the book?
Oh, absolutely. I have a chapter bookmark that I think is very important. It's chapter 4, and it's the pillars of leadership. And I'm just going to touch on the pillars that I believe in that helped me. And the first one is pillar of faith. My faith is super important to me.
Amen.
So you'll read about that. The second pillar is my family. As you saw my girls, and it made me cry, and I almost couldn't talk when you introduced me. So that was precious. And then y'all all heard this, work works. I have not sat back and been like, oh, it's just going to happen or it's going to do this. I work super hard. You might ask yourself, oh, it's easy to write a book. Or some might say, how in the world did she find time to write a book? Yesterday, I moved my oldest into college. The day before was her 20th birthday. The day before that, we painted a senior parking spot. So that where there's a will, there's a way, and I will do it. And the last thing I touched on is trust your team. I have the most amazing team here at Zalise that not only supports me, but they support you and they love you so much. So I can't wait to get this book in everyone's hands. So, Bo, I'm going to turn it back to you. And I thank you for the introduction and thank you for all your kind words.
Oh no, listen, I before you do step away, I want to tell you when you started reading those 4 pillars, what's interesting is you were the first time I ever heard the statement work works. I love it. I mean, I love it. 66 years old. I've never heard someone say work works. And I remember the first time I heard it, I thought, that is the coolest thing. That is a great message. And what's really neat about that is when you say work works, trust your team. And I know it's not in this order, and I'm saying this for a reason. Trust your team. So when you work, you build a team.
Right.
And when you and that team, if entrusted to do the right thing, and it doesn't mean everybody does, but if you trust people enough, the right ones will, and that's who your team becomes. And what that does is it strengthens it adds so much more texture, let's put it that way, to your family, and it helps you in your faith walk, just like your faith walk helps you in your work ethic. And everything kind of, once again, everything goes together and blends together. So Angie, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for taking the time to write the book. And just know how much we appreciate you and your leadership. Appreciate it so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You got it. God bless. Thank you. Let me just do this before I give it back to Shannon here. I want to talk to you about how to leverage this. And the reason I think this is important, and never miss an opportunity to build. I guess that's the first thing I'd tell you. Just don't miss the building opportunities. And new tools create new opportunities. I remember the first time someone I knew had a book, and it was somebody in an upline situation. And I remember sitting there thinking, okay, people want to know who they're in business with, right? I mean, you can't talk about yourself. It's hard. I mean, I listen, just me interviewing Angie is the complication there is she's very humble about the information. She just wants you to read the book, because it's one thing to say, please read this book, it may help you. It's another thing to talk about it. And because there's a tendency to kind of guard yourself a little bit. But it's so much easier to talk about somebody and the book. And one of the things I remember, the first time I had a situation where I had the opportunity to use a book. I didn't buy a book. I think I bought 10 books to start. It was one of those kinds of things. It was let me go out and buy 10 books, and let me see if the person that wrote the book will sign it. And if I could use that, I could say, when I talk to people about my business, I could say, listen, you and I both know that who you're in business with makes all the difference in the world. Is that fair? Yes. Who I chose to be in business with as well makes all the difference in the world, because in the nature of how we build, that's who you're also in business with. That's fair. They say yes. I say, well, I tell you what, the easiest way sometimes to learn about someone is to read what they have to say on paper and to absorb it, because by the time it gets on paper, it's clear thoughts. It's very specific thoughts of what somebody wants to say to convey to you. And so I remember starting to take that book and start to hand it out to people and say that. And then what I found happen was fascinating. People read the book and couldn't wait to meet the author. Well, here's what I want you to do. I want you to sit there and deliver that same message with Angie's book, Unstoppable. Number one, it's perfect for the story. It's perfect for your story. That's it. Be unstoppable. Don't let anything deter you. You be unstoppable. And I would advise you when you're talking to people about the business, say, one of the things that in our company that we like to talk about is just being unstoppable. You got a mission in life, you got something to do. Now let's go do it. Be unstoppable. So, what's great about that? That comes all the way from the very top. The owner of our company, the CEO of our own company's mindset is be unstoppable. She'll be the first one to tell you, you don't have to be perfect to be a diamond. You don't have to do it all 100% accurate to go diamond. You can make your dreams come true. You can live a life as this normal person and go diamond in this industry because you're authentic. As long as you have this mindset, you're going to be unstoppable. She talks about 4 pillars in her book. She talks about the power of faith. She talks about her family. She's going to talk to you about the fact that it's going to take effort, and the way she phrases it is nothing but powerful. It's work works. If you do the work, it's going to work. And then here's what she says about us as people in the business with her is trust your team. Trust them. Empower them and trust them. They're in this to make their dreams come true. Say, that's the kind of owner you'd like to be in business with, isn't it, Mary? That's the kind of person you'd like to align yourself with, isn't it, Mary? Well, I have a gift for you, Mary. I got something I want to give you. I want to give you that book she wrote that talks about these principles called Unstoppable. And while it's a gift from me to you, it paints a perfect picture of the culture of this company and the inspiration behind Celeste and the owner of the company. And I want you to have this as my gift. And folks, I'm telling you right now, you're going to see more people get in the business with that mindset. You're going to see more people want to buy 10 books and give them away. And these aren't $30 books. This is the other thing that's so powerful about what Angie's done. And I'll let Shannon explain all this to you. But that's something else that's powerful. It's not, hey, how much can I get for a book? It's not that. It's I have information that I want to share with people that will put them in a position so when they look in the mirror, they can say to that person in the mirror, you are in fact unstoppable. And with that, I'm going to tell you, do not miss this. Get your hands on this book. Have fun sharing this book with people. Most importantly, be inspired reading it. Because as you read it and as you take notes in this book, it's the same person you're going to talk to possibly on your next Zoom. It's that person in the person of Angie Thompson. So, Shannon, I'm going to give it to you.